I'm going to refresh our lecture on the Electoral College with you because we did it in Unit 1, Unit 2. We talked about the Electoral College. I just kind of want to go over this stuff with you guys real quick. The rationale for having such a system at the Constitutional Convention, again, we get poor communication, common people would lack essential information, desire to have the best people select the president, fear for the common people might be swayed by demagogues, things we talked about, a compromise this was a compromise made on who's going to be involved in the electoral process, the states, Congress, and the people. So the allotment of electoral votes to the state, each state has as many electoral votes as it has members of Congress. If you remember, the minimum number is 3. Washington, D.C. has 3 by virtue of the 23rd Amendment. Important. There's a total of 538. We have 55 in California, so that means we have 2 senators and 53 districts. We looked at those districts today. Selection of electors, it's basically the electors, the ones who actually cast the votes in the state, are loyal party members. Winning the Electoral College, the candidate with the most popular votes, only a plurality is needed, just means the most, wins all of the state's electoral votes. So we have a winner-take-all system, very important there. Concentration in campaigns of large competitive states or swing states. I'll show you that tomorrow in the New York Times. Florida, Ohio, Michigan, Colorado, they are some swing states for this year's election. And the electors actually meet in respective state capitals in December to cast their final ballots. Winning the election, majority of the Electoral College, you need 270 to win, important to know. Now, if no candidate has the majority, which our founding fathers thought would happen more or less, then the House selects from among the top 3 candidates, and in that selection process, each state has 1 vote. So there's another example as to why small states like the Electoral College process. And then the Senate would select VP from among the top 2 candidates left. Here are some of the criticisms that are there. The president can be elected with only a plurality rather than a majority, which just means a majority would be 50 of popular vote, especially with presence of strong third-party candidates. That means that there could have been 4 people receiving votes, all getting the president getting 26%, and everybody else getting like 25%. Yes, I know but that's not like an overwhelming majority. It would be like 50%. Just because you barely won that state doesn't mean you should. Again, should you get all of the Electoral College votes? So this really discourages third-party candidates. Possibility of minority president. Which means you didn't win the popular vote, but you won the Electoral College. This happened in 2000 with President Bush because of our winner-take-all feature. You have faithless electors. There's no federal law that requires electors to vote the way that they are supposed to vote, but they just do it because it's tradition. The small states are proportionally overrepresented. We talked about this in class, and this just kind of further explains that a little bit more right here and how it really breaks down, where we only have 1 electoral vote per 600,000, and Wyoming has 1 for 1 every 166,000. Small states ridiculously overrepresented in election if the election goes to the House, which was just that right up here. So each state has 1 vote no matter the size. So California has the same vote as Wyoming if it goes to the House, if there's a tie. Inhibits, this is really important, development of third parties. Perot won 19% of the vote in 1992, but he won 0 Electoral College votes in any of the states because of our winner-take-all system. And because of that system, no development of third parties, because nobody's going to vote for the third party because it's like throwing your vote away. What are the alternatives? Think of Nebraska and Maine on these, and that's B, actually. Direct election, each person's vote would count as much as the other person's vote. So, just do it that way. Or you have a district system. This is Nebraska and Maine. Again, candidate who wins a congressional district wins the district's electoral vote. Overall winner of the state. So if they win that state by a couple of districts, then they get the 2 Senate votes. That's what this is saying. Proportional system, candidate gets the same percentage of electoral votes as popular votes, which means that if I got 10% of the popular vote, I get 10% of that state's Electoral College vote. Keep Electoral College votes, but abolish the electors themselves, which, again, is probably the weakest of them, but that's an alternative. Why has it not been abolished? Tradition, reluctance to tamper with the Constitution, difficulties in amending the Constitution, especially if the small states do not like it, and then opposition from urban racial minorities, where this gives the urban racial minorities some political clout and political power. Alrighty, if there's any questions on this lecture, let me know tomorrow. And the theme for today, I know I didn't put it on there because I just got home from the faculty meeting, that's why, is the Electoral College. And the questions would be, again, look at the winner-take-all system. Why does that inhibit third parties? How many votes do you need to win? Stuff that we've already kind of gone over, but we'll go over this again. Look at your question on your study guide. There's the questions you should be able to answer from this. Alrighty, crazies, have a great day.